What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of the Entertaining Diversion Podcast. I'm Beazley. Joining me, making his triumphant return,
I'm back!
is Sean. Sean, how are we? How you going?
Good, yeah.
Did you miss
Full of
us?
spite, but good.
I know. You've probably seen the video on our channel. Make sure you watch it. Sean's rebuttal, I'll call it. And joining us for the first time, a very good friend of all of us, is Kempy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm saying you're my friend. You don't have to, you don't have to.
No,
be my
I'm just
friend.
disappointed you didn't invite Sean to tea.
Thank you, Kempy. See, look. So we're replacing Beazley.
So yeah, so we're down 3 people that our other.
Yeah. Still can't get rid of you yet, but it's fine.
Oh look, I'm hanging
Soon
in
enough.
there. I'm gonna be dying before I'm not gonna be on this podcast now because I've really set something off with your situation.
Oh yeah.
There'll come a day where you can't be here, and then I'll take this spot.
Please. So yeah, I'm gonna fire straight off with a story because there was a question raised when I first seen Kempy today. Okay, so. A couple of Christmases ago, we did our little Secret Santa with a group of friends and that. And you remember how Kempy bought Kyle a Toblerone?
Well, Toblerone story is returned.
That has haunted me ever since because, see, Kyle's put it in my fridge in my workspace, and as far as I'm concerned, that's fair game. Anything that's in there, I get to eat. Yeah. So I ate the Toblerone. I've had to live with that because Kyle, who likes to constantly remind you of everything, constantly, multiple times, has brought it up. Well, the other day, we were driving around. No, this wasn't when we went to Faster Pasta and excluded somebody.
It was another time they excluded me.
Made a habit of it. It's only been twice, alright? Get over it.
Both times it's been like...
Let it go. But anyway, so we were driving, we went and got some Portos. Which was good. It was very nice. And then we were sitting there eating it, and something came up about... I don't know how we got to the Toblerone. We were talking about Toblerones, and Carl brought up about the Toblerone I ate, and then Curtis, who absolutely had no idea what was going on, basically was like, oh, you do know Coles sell that exact size Toblerone. See, I'd been telling Kyle that it was something you could get at Easter and Christmas and no other time of the year because I just couldn't be fucked buying him one. So... Because, I'm a Scrooge. I don't spend money. So anyway, I tried to change the subject, whatever else. So we're leaving. Instead of turning left to go home, we turned right. So then I realised that they were taking me to Coles. I'm like, this is not good. This is not good at all. So we went into Coles and I grabbed the Toblerone, paid for it, threw it at Kyle. And
then he ate it again.
And then proceeded to absolutely just lose my mind. Jokingly, Paul Curtis actually, who he doesn't know me as well as others, thought that I was genuinely ready to kill him. Kyle knew better. Kyle knew that it was just me losing my mind. Yep. So anyway, we're on the way home, and I just played it because I knew Curtis was losing it, so I was playing it. Anyway, we got back here. And I'm like, right, no, I'm ringing Kempy. So I rung you. Yeah. And we're wondering if you'd actually got the voicemail, because you're notorious for not answering your phone or, text messages or months later going, hello, I'm still alive.
Let's be honest, who actually checks voicemails these days unless it's from a number you don't know?
Oh, no.
If you called me and you left a voicemail, I'd be like, it's going to be spite.
But I don't generally leave voicemails, so I left one thinking, well, because I've actually left one, he might check it. So anyway, I was rambling on. Absolutely rambling on, you know that Toblerone anyway, and Curtis must have been freaking out because he genuinely thought I was going off my nut. So he must have felt really guilty because he kept bringing it up. It was like, I'm sorry, and I played on it. The next day, he turned up here with 2 tubs of my favourite ice cream as some sort of peace offering. I'm like, no, I wasn't serious. There was no level of seriousness in that. But so no.
He said that after he got through the second time. He's like, oh, by the way, I was joking.
So basically, I used that as a negotiating point for a Let's Play that's going to come out at some stage, probably after Sean and I finish our Resident Evil run. as a bit of a punishment to both Curtis and Kyle. And I'm hoping to film part 2 of that with you. Because you are the other spoke in this wheel of Toblerone bullshit. Because if you didn't buy it for him in the first place, like 2 Christmases ago, this never would have happened.
To be fair, it was like 2 Christmases ago. He could have like eaten it before that, but no, it stayed in the fridge for 2 years.
No, I ate it that week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh, I thought
he didn't even give any grace time. He was just like...
said like after 2 years.
No.
He's just brought it up now.
No. He's constantly brought up about the Toblerone, but I was using the excuse that it was something, because it was that size. It was a Christmas one or, but you can get them readily any time of the year. So I
didn't know that. I thought you could only get them at Easter and Christmas because they're massive.
It cost me $10. It cost me, and actually Curtis offered to give me the money. That was the other thing. I'm like, I don't want your money. He's got his Toblerone.
What I want to know though is like, what's Carl going to complain about now? Like, he's had this to hold against you for like.
Is he going to eat this one? Or are you going to?
Has he eaten this one?
I don't know. I'm not venturing into his room. See, he's put it in his room.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I'll check the fridge. But,
but now I think he's like realised... Actually, he's bad for eating our stuff, so I think it's... He bought a box of chocolates, and I don't know who they're for. They're not from... Like, they weren't given to him. They were bought... Yeah. He bought them to give them... I'm assuming it might have been his mother for Mother's Day. Which has been and gone, so... But there's a label now stuck on the top of it going, don't touch Beazley or leave it alone, Beazley or something. Like, I'm not even looking at it. Like,
trust me, I don't need a sign to tell me not to touch Beazley. Like,
it's hard, I know.
I know. Like, sometimes you just gotta restrain yourself, you know.
But no. So So that's the thing. So if there's random references to Toblerone in any of the Let's Plays that gone out the last couple of days, that would be why.
Yeah. So basically, the moral of this is you're complaining about something which is your fault. And now you're making it Angus's fault somehow as well. You have to suffer because of what Beazley did.
Who defended me the other day about that? It was someone said to me the other day. I can't remember who it was, but it should be. It's fair game because it was in my fridge.
It wasn't me.
It was in my work fridge.
No,
and I can't remember. But in saying that, it's like I'm not going to bring it up because I constantly bring it up because of Kyle bringing up the Toblerone. It's the same thing with I made tuna mornay specifically for pies. And then Kyle went to my office fridge, and grabbed the tuna mornay that had a sticky note on it. Please don't eat. This is for work, my pies. And he still fucking ate it.
He said, "Fuck it, you ate my Toblerone. I'm gonna eat your tuna mornay."
Toblerone is not sustaining his livelihood.
I can imagine, like he'd get an empty Toblerone packet, put it inside there, film wrap it with and then put the sticky note back on top, being like, "Do not eat."
He should have done that. It would have been awesome.
The perfect crime.
Is that okay?
Is what okay? I will have a look.
Let's. All right, we're back. Me just being panicky about the audio levels. So that's the Toblerone story.
You had more things to do.
I did.
You specifically said before we started, I was like, "Oh, Beazley, dude, like, topics you want to talk about?" And you're like, "Yes, I have topics." That was plural.
I have a couple of things you said.
I came to a startling revelation. I'm not a music person, right?
Yeah.
But I've actually finally got I like different types of music, but I've actually finally got a band I like.
Okay.
Shit, it's not Chris Jericho's band, is it?
Oh no. Okay, it might be Fozzy. He knows me too well. It is Fozzy.
Yes.
It's awesome. Like I've had their first album for ages. Or no, it's not their first album. It's their second. But they're just about to release another album. They've just released a single called Judas, I think it is. It's sort of like heavy metal kind of.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Was it like 2 Christmases ago? We listened to it at your house in
really,
Australia.
really good. He's a man of many talents.
Yeah, unless he's writing out lists.
Oh look,
he doesn't know what's going on.
This would be awesome. He just comments saying you've just made the list. You go to the YouTube comments and there's
fantastic.
I'm pretty sure their newest song is Judas.
I'm looking.
No.
This actually does this kind of. There was a topic which I was going to go into this week, and because I was watching, my sister had one of those those music channels just on the TV or whatever, and it was going through the top 100 or 50 sexiest men in music, and I was shocked. Like, okay,
Who made number one?
We didn't get number one because no one watched news because she's old.
She watches this, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I don't think you're old. There you go.
yeah, that's because he's old. But I don't know what going on one. But all I know is Justin Timberlake didn't even make the top 10. Which I don't know. Personally, I think that's pretty fucking astounding.
Yeah, JT's got to be
Actually,
right.
Exactly. He's top 10 material. Like, if you didn't get
Actually,
number one, that'd be fine.
No, it's funny you should bring him up specifically. I was at Mum's today, and I was helping her move some furniture and that. And she loves Ellen DeGeneres, so she likes her show.
Yeah.
And
old woman show.
Ellen herself's hilarious, but and they were showing highlights from whatever season it was, and Justin Timberlake came up. And Mum's going, I don't understand what people find attractive about it. So
what?
I
mean, okay, maybe Noodlehead JT. I can kind of understand what.
No, this was 2017.
I know, that's the thing. He's in his peak now. He's
Yeah.
That's a good looking man.
Yeah.
The other part of it which really blew me off was I think number 8 was Rod Stewart, and I was like, are you fucking serious? I mean, I have there's no credibility in this fucking TV show anymore because I was like, alright, JJ's not in the top 10. I guess I'll get over it. And then fucking Rod comes up and I'm like, I'm done. I am fucking done.
Oh my god. Yeah, so, alright, in Mum's defense, she thought that the Big Show, WWE,
Yeah, I was going to say,
the
she
Big
thought
Show,
Big Show was attractive.
the best thing ever.
Attractive?
Yeah.
Before he started lifting weights, when he was fat.
When he was fat and crying a lot.
You know,
Maybe she likes a sad fat man, I don't know.
more chubbing for the loving?
I don't want to think about that. Alright?
More to grab onto this.
Yeah.
Have you seen how short my mum is?
Exactly.
In
That's why
comparison
that
to
would be an amazing.
Yes.
Alright, well.
It'd be like Shaq and his girlfriend.
Jesus fucking Christ. No, that's not something I want to go down.
So, yeah,
But, alright, so in thinking of that though,
yeah.
it made me think, and I was like, well, who personally would we think as the peaks of how good humanity looks? Well, who would you put as the most attractive man and the most attractive woman? Because I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's definitely Kempy.
If he's
Mum, finally someone said it.
hang on a minute here. If Kempy is the model that is, because there's actually not.
Hang on, let me take my hair down.
Oh yeah. Give them what they
in
want.
all fairness, there isn't actually. You know how everything, wow, we're going sciencey. This is a first. You know how every species has the optimum of that species, and it's it's documented. The human race doesn't actually have one. There is actually not a person they've gone, that is how.
Putin's pretty close.
Ooh,
He's the most powerful man.
fucking the picture of him shirtless riding on the horse, man, gets me every time, man.
But honestly, if Kempy is the basis, if you're suggesting that Kempy is the basis of the perfect human male,
Nah, he's brought up Putin now. He's you're dropping the two.
He's already dropped it.
I'm happy with 2.
The second, Kempy.
If you're not first, you're last.
If you're not Putin, it's not worth doing.
But see, look, I'm going to go really broad across the thing here, is that over the years, the definition of beauty and perfection changes every decade.
Oh, yeah.
What they thought back, in Greek times is not what people think is good looking now.
You mean to tell me wooden teeth still aren't a thing?
I wasn't talking about fucking wooden teeth.
Gotta get rid of my custom dentures I wore.
George Washington got this. I hate
We're talking about the pinnacle of human beauty.
Who was the number 1 most attractive male?
Exactly.
You didn't answer that question. You got all scientific.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, who would you say?
I'd say Someone that hasn't aged, like Will Smith, like he's like 50, but
Keanu Reeves as well. Like,
yeah, they look exactly the same. Like,
yeah, but are we
Cage,
talking?
man.
Are we
Nicolas Cage.
are we talking like everything, including the way they talk and that? Because some of those people have got some weird.
Oh well, like see, we're not if we're Frankensteining the perfect human being, then Morgan Freeman's voice is just there.
Oh yeah.
Or David Attenborough, bit of a mix.
Them combined,
Yeah.
I can see.
Yeah, but you know how two good-looking people can have an ugly baby. I'm pretty sure that two good voices were just blended into some horrifying like.
Oh yeah. Well, see, what I'd want like Dave Attenborough in the day, and then like when you get into the sexy times at night time, you got Morgan Freeman sitting you down. You know.
Yeah. Like you hit the radio and it comes on, and he's just setting the mood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Kempy's partial on the female side to a Vicky Guerrero style voice. You know?
No. Just plain no.
But I mean, there is no such thing as a perfect human being. I can back that up.
But no, just genuinely, when you said that, it's like it's the one species in the entire world where they haven't actually classified a perfect human being. And it's just really because it's so diverse.
The Rock got voted as one of the prettiest men.
I see, like
hey, I was wearing his shirt in one of our Let's Plays because I'm repping for 2020 when he's going to be the new president. He's going to take Trump down.
You reckon? I thought Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye for president.
Have you heard this? Now we're going political. Have you heard? Recently, since The Rock sort of gone, look, I'm actually genuinely considering it. They did a popularity poll between The Rock and Trump.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Trump would be like packing his bags right now if that actually ended up being a thing.
But it would be fantastic.
But I just had this image of him like rock bottoming him through like the Oval Office table. I'm you're fired.
I'm just waiting for like, because like it'll be great because there'll be that grace period between when like Trump's president to when The Rock's president, and then we'll legitimately be between The Rock and a hard place.
Oh. Yeah. It's true.
You know.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. This is the kind of support I need on the podcast.
Oh, God.
I'm glad he's back.
This will be his last podcast.
It's alright. Didn't we say we were getting rid of you, Beazley?
Yeah, probably.
It's alright. I'm taking that spot now.
Exactly.
This sticker. Me.
It's going to be on the banner artwork, just Kempy's face over my silhouette. But Kempy doesn't bake, I don't care, put his face over it.
We'll just put a bit of bloodstain on the rolling pin, then it'll be pretty accurate.
Yeah. Well, I'm holding it.
So,
his head's on the bike.
On the rolling pin, yes.
okay.
Perfect. But yeah, I just want to know personally, like when it comes to this, I just want to know who the fuck was voting in that damn fucking poll, because Rod Stewart does not deserve a place above Justin Timberlake. That's the main thing I got from this.
It's like with any poll, who did they poll? Where did they poll? Like, it's gonna.
Yeah, but like the thing is, it's like there can be like who did they poll, but it's like that's a pretty broad spectrum. Like, people thinking Rod Stewart.
Yeah, but Rod Stewart. Are you looking at Rod Stewart as in Rod Stewart now? Or are you looking at Rod Stewart as in like 40 years ago?
I mean, the song that they chose for him was one of his songs in his peak, but still, like even then,
still, he's not that.
I don't know how somebody with that much hair can still have a slightly receding hairline.
Not that I'm suggesting. Yeah, fair point. Not suggesting that this person, because this is another person who Mum thinks is the best thing going, but please don't tell me Mick Jagger was on that fucking list.
I'm pretty sure he was.
He would have been. He would have been like number 3 or something.
Alright, I'm gonna find an article online. I don't know if it's
drunk bullshit in his fucking looby lips.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have a look while you talk about
Prince and Seal would have been in there as well.
Oh, Seal would have had to have been there. Like Seal's impressive because like the disease thing that she's got. Like, I don't want to be insensitive, but like the thing he's got which makes his face look like it's been burnt.
Yeah, he's
even with that.
Is it psoriasis? So psoriasis?
I don't know.
I'll find out.
We've gone through like 7 different topics here. We've gone like politics, science, now diseases.
Now Seal's face.
Well, you went from beautiful people to The Rock, and then The Rock ended up being the whole.
Oh, he has lupus.
Who?
Seal has lupus.
Yeah. Lupus. Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say very good.
You know?
I was going to say very good.
Seal has lupus.
That's not probably the right word.
No.
Doesn't.
But that's not. Lupus is not what causes the skin problem.
The extreme scarring on Seal's face and scalp are the result of a skin condition known as lupus.
I thought lupus was like a.
He suffered from it as a teenager, so I'm guessing he's like got past the lupus. And then
Okay.
Maybe lupus is like.
I thought lupus was like a neuro disease that was pain and stuff, not.
No, it's more of a like, it's like, isn't, I think Ariana Grande or something has lupus? I don't know. One of those. Yeah.
Shit, how does she hide it?
I don't know. Have you seen that fucking hair, dude? It's like...
Yeah.
It's like a troll doll that you've kind of like stuck into a ponytail.
True.
So we tread really carefully with Seal when you call Ariana Grande a troll.
Seal makes fantastic music. I have yet to hear someone for
Kiss from a Rose, man. Still, every day, man. Every day.
That's just...
So you could say it's got your seal of approval?
Get out. Yes, it does definitely have my seal of approval.
You know what's really good about this is that usually when Sean and I say any kind of puns, and we're usually the one backwards and forwards with these puns, whoever's sitting at these seats is usually ready to like stab us or, you know, like...
I love a good pun.
No.
I kind
I'm
of...
still trying to find the sexiest people.
Stop typing in your own name, Sean.
I'm just on Facebook at the moment at this point, to be honest. It's like, oh yeah, he's pretty sexy. Oh, right. The closest I've got is MTV's 50 Sexiest Men Alive.
Well, we're going to have to go with that then.
Wait a minute. I'll fight.
What about Hugh Jackman?
That is a sexy man. Like he's pretty. He's tank. Like he's like 50 now.
You see his new movie Logan? He looks so old.
They made him look old. Like it was.
I mean,
he's old.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like they didn't put makeup on and go, oh yeah, that's the age we want you to look like.
Yeah. Like top 20 sexiest male musicians of all time.
Here we go.
Oh, so now we're narrowing it down to musicians.
Well, that's where the original
Who do you think is going to be number one? I'm going to go like maybe Robbie Williams.
Oh, see, Robbie Williams, I think, because he definitely had the British side of everything, but like Americans don't really like Robbie Williams that much.
Nah, true.
So I feel like music.
No, Nicole Kidman, he's got that.
Yeah. Shit, dude.
You're going to clap like that if you're Nicole Kidman. Have you seen that? With their fingers and they're like...
I'm not allowed to touch tips.
It's like did you hear why she did that?
No.
Apparently it was she didn't want to damage the diamond ring she'd like hired or whatever.
No.
But like it was like good job.
Alright, well in this list this is from LA Weekly. I'm just gonna go through what they've got. Buddy Holly comes in at 19, which is impressive. Jay-Z is on there at 16. Pharrell comes in at 15. Frank Sinatra.
Like Will Ferrell.
I don't know. Frank Sinatra, 14.
Yeah, he was one of the good
Tupac's on there, man. 13.
He's not even a musician anymore.
So they've got some international artists. Mick Jagger comes in at 11 on this list.
Mick Jagger.
You know how some people...
Jared Leto's on this list for fucking number 10. Which I think that's a bit of a stretch, because it's like...
Who did these people poll?
You know how
I want to know. Lenny Kravitz is on here.
Kravitz.
Fucking...
Why are you making their name sound fancy?
Because I like to give it a little bit of spice.
Kravitz.
Kurt Cobain's on there at number 8.
Yeah.
But you know how some people improve with age? Like there is genuine people. Like, there are people who improve with age. That's sure as hell not Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger looks like the piece of fruit you found at the back of the cupboard.
Cocaine is keeping him alive.
Oh,
That's what's going on.
He's riding on nothing. Like the second he stops taking drugs, he's dead.
Oh, like, Bruce Springsteen.
That's another thing I was going to bring up. Like, we haven't really had a massive celebrity death this year.
No.
Like, I'm worried because like I'm trying to think of like who it might be, and like the other day.
Attenborough now? He's getting on.
Don't do that.
Attenborough.
That's going to be the worst one ever.
Attenborough is not too bad at the moment. His health's pretty good.
The one which I remember.
Stan Lee's not too good either.
Willie Nelson.
Oh.
I saw Willie Nelson the other day and I was like, I mean, like, he's doing well. He brought out a new song recently saying pretty much that he hasn't died yet. But I'm like, that is like you fucking like poking a stick at the man, dude. Like, Willie, don't do this to yourself, man. I don't want you to go.
You know who's still kicking? Well, as far as I'm aware.
Who?
Sean Connery.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's still going. Yeah. So that's Roger Moore. Have you seen Roger Moore?
I haven't seen Roger Moore. Like.
Oh my god! If you've seen a recent picture of Roger Moore, it's scary.
No.
It's like Mount Rushmore collapsed. Like that's what it looks like.
Oh, no.
That's kind of what it looks like.
So number 1 on this list is David Bowie, which I don't know. The thing that
David Bowie.
Who's number 2 though?
Prince. Prince coming in number 2. He's a sexy man.
Like, those dance moves.
Yeah, but
they're purple pants.
Oh yeah, if you're listening to Kiss and you don't feel a little bit of boogie coming on there,
they're striking in their looks, very distinctive.
Yeah, but I want to know of this era though.
Of this era,
yeah, like.
So the closest thing we've got to this era is like Justin Timberlake came in on this list at number 4.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah,
So at least you've
it's got a bit more credibility on this website.
Like I'm in this era, not like.
We're not spending the whole podcast searching for lists until we find, oh yeah, this one's credible, and it's probably not even a credible source.
They polled 6 people.
It's Sean.
We make our own website halfway through the podcast, so Kempy's number 1. No, number 2, Putin.
Number 2, Putin's first.
Sexiest man in music. I'm sure he's written a song at some point in his life.
You know what? I'm going to make this website.
Please do. Just follow the link. We'll post it on the...
Coming in number 10. Not Beazley.
I haven't got a musical note, my buddy.
But yeah, people famous people dying. It's gonna happen soon, and I feel like it's gonna be a shocker.
It's gonna be shocking. But we honestly thought at the end of last year, it got to like December, and everyone's like, right, it's been a fucking god awful year. That's it.
Yeah.
Then there was Carrie Fisher. Like.
They just topped it all off.
Like that was like, and to a lesser extent, it was a bit of a double shock because of her mum dying. Because she was a huge Hollywood actress as well. But it was just like this whole... It was like, yep, just when we think, calm. Here's another knife. We'll just stab. Stab until you just feel the pain. Like,
yeah. Although, I haven't yet to see episode 2, 3, 4, 5 of Star Wars. I've only seen episode 1.
You've only ever seen The Phantom Menace?
Yeah. That is
what?
Yes, I've copped a lot of grief for it, but I haven't watched it.
Right. Okay, so I'll counter that. I haven't watched Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I don't get me started on Harry Potter.
Is this a sore spot again?
Okay.
My girlfriend watches it.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about her.
We're
That's
not.
fine.
But Gemma, you're in here now.
Hello.
I was going to say, we're not dropping names, but then there we go.
He lasted what? 20 minutes?
And her 2 best friends watch it so much.
Yeah, but this is where you...
I can't handle it anymore.
This is where you rip the Harry Potter out of the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever you're watching it on, and you put in a Ric Flair DVD.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that either.
What?
She doesn't know who Ric Flair is.
That's why you put it in.
Oh, yeah.
So then she understands. Because if I have to educate her, she's going to be very scared.
I think the thing with Harry Potter though is there's 3 categories of people watch. There's the people who haven't watched Harry Potter and they're content with life, or they're snobs like Beazley. Well, there's the number 2. There's people who haven't watched Harry Potter and they're like, yeah, they're okay movies. Like I enjoy them. And then there's the fucking Harry Potter fans, man, and they don't stop.
No,
it's like.
It's good.
I'm pointing to roughly the direction Matt's currently in.
It's like you get your hardcore fans with many things, but there's something special about Harry Potter ones. I don't know what it is.
She's like in between the crazy fan and the like real fanboy. Like,
exactly.
It's just like,
maybe you just haven't seen the true side of it yet. Maybe one day she'll like, because have you sat down and watched the movies with her yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they repeat all the lines.
Oh yeah.
It scares me.
See, there you go. I think she might be toning it down. She's just trying to get you into a false sense of security, and then one day she's just gonna hit you with it, man. Like you'll get home and there'll be fucking like there'll be butter beer in your fridge. They'll have like 40 brooms for some reason. You won't know what's going on, man.
Yeah,
you'll be wearing a sorting hat at your wedding.
Wouldn't that? Nah, I'm not gonna go down.
Did I open a can of worms though? Did I?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of a Harry Potter themed wedding, and I was like, who would the priest be?
Yeah.
You see, like, I think a lot of people would be like, alright, you definitely want Dumbledore if you're priest, because, he's the big wise man. But I'm like, I want fucking Hagrid.
No.
You'd want Hagrid.
No.
Let's just go...
McGonagall.
No. let's just flip everything on its head, and let's have Voldemort.
I'm sitting down.
The entire thing, you're like, oh, what's wrong, babe? Oh, I don't know. Just a lot of pain.
No.
So just jumping back a topic, so I've looked through and I've seen if there's like just looking at famous people who have died this year.
Let it go.
I just need to know.
You're not on the list.
Is there anyone important
this year. So far the only ones like the massive ones were John Hurt, the guy.
Oh, you're talking about people dead. I thought you were on the fucking beauty list.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we've made that.
Who's died? Who's died?
If I look at sex people, I'll just go over.
Yeah.
John Hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then Chuck Berry is the other main one, which I can think of. Like.
Yeah.
There are a few other ones which I could go through and just say everyone who died.
Mary Tyler Moore. I just seen her. Mary Tyler Moore was big TV star.
Yeah. There's like there's a big list. I could go through and
it's
say
awful
everyone
though
who's
because
died,
there are so many, just even actors and actresses off the top of my head, like without going into other areas of famous people. Like you think of the old ones like Anthony Hopkins and Judi Dench and Morgan Freeman.
There's not a minute that goes by that you don't think about Judi Dench.
Actually, Jack Nicholson's another one. They're all still alive, and it's like, oh no.
Jack Nicholson's like, he's just getting to that creepy age. Like he's gone through the creepy age because he's already a creepy man. Let's be honest. Jack Nicholson's like a little bit of a he's a cool guy, but he's a bit odd.
When he goes out from his house, he looks like a miniature Albert Einstein with his hair. Like,
exactly, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
I can still remember watching this video. There's one online. I can't remember. It was from I think it was from the Grammys or Logies or something from years ago. And there was somebody on the red carpet, and what he does, he like creeps up behind them. He's like, "How's it going?" And then just keeps walking. And it was like I swear, if I was that person, I would be quitting acting. I'd be living in a fucking hole for the rest of my days because it was creepy, man. Yeah, Jack Nicholson, he's not too far away, I don't think.
Jackie Chan.
I love Jackie Chan there.
Jackie Chan. Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Chuck Norris, no, he can't die.
So you're thinking. So now you're just going into people who are like ridiculously fit and they're not gonna die.
Hey, they said that about Bruce Lee and he died.
Yeah, but
he was really old.
Exactly.
He's not Chuck Norris old.
How old was Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee wasn't old when he died.
How old was he?
He died because he was too fit. I reckon it was. I think he died.
Shit, he only died at 32.
Whoa! I thought he was heaps old when he died.
I told you. Look it up. I bet you he died from. It was something to do with like he'd strained his body over years and it weakened his heart.
So he had a brain thing believed to be caused by an adverse reaction to a pain medication. So I'm guessing
he overworked himself and then
he took too much painkillers.
Yeah.
So he lived a long, fruitful life in your eyes, but he was only 32.
I think it's just because he the thing is he achieved so much in his life that it seemed like he had a really long life. Like. It's that's another thing. Like I feel like Johnny Depp's gone soon, man. He's done way too many things to this life.
Yeah.
Like
he smuggled those 2 dogs in. Like, that's just like the pinnacle of like
exactly. Like,
if
the government conspiracies are gonna get him.
We should go next week to the movies.
What's next?
Pirates of the Caribbean is coming out.
Yes.
You know what I just went and watched? I went and watched Beauty and the Beast.
What do you think?
I
saw it because you've obviously seen the animated one.
Yeah.
Okay, because some people have seen it, but they haven't seen the animated one.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so you don't get it.
If you don't have a comparison, then it's not as bad.
Yeah. So I've seen the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but it's like any of those ones because they're doing a whole lineup of remakes of all old Disney movies.
Yeah,
live action.
Yeah, I didn't mind this one. Singing it isn't my.
Well, the thing is, I think what they did is because the songs they added a couple original songs which weren't in the original movie, and I was like, it's pretty good. The guy who's plays the Beast is a pretty damn good singer. Yeah, and Emma Watson, for what it's worth, sung alright.
Yeah,
but a couple scenes, like the bigger guest scene, that went on for 2 minutes too long, man. They overdid it. They're like, hey, we've got CGI, let's blow our budget in 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
But
there's no CGI.
That being said, I watched it and I got out of it and I was pretty skeptical and I was like, wait a minute, this is a kid's movie. You gotta remember that. And if you give it that, it's not too bad.
There was a question that I got asked by this young lady. Is it bestiality? Because she's falling in love with this beast? Or is it just she realised that there is a human underneath there, but...
The thing is, I don't think she knows. I think she's into humans, but it's just I've spent a bit of time. You know how there's Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. Stockholm syndrome. And it's just she wanted that thorny beast dick. I can guarantee it. Can you imagine the look on her face, kissing him, and then fucking him turning back into him, and fuck. Now I'm gonna have to go back to the fucking 4 inches. He would be it.
No,
yeah.
You'd think it'd be like a horse. Yeah.
He'd be packing. He would be packing.
Just to remind you. Bear in mind, this movie is a kid's movie. This is exactly the word you used before you went into bestiality.
That's fine.
It's okay.
So you got to look at it in our perspective, like, you know.
Yeah, like from an adult.
Oh, I am. It was just.
Can you imagine being Emma Watson and then like all of a sudden like you're getting yourself pumped for like fucking 10 inches of man and then you just get nothing.
She's only a small lady. You got to be well prepared for that.
Exactly.
Limber.
Yeah, but no, it was a good movie.
It wasn't bad.
I didn't.
Because there's the other ones I can think of, which coming Little Mermaid. They're doing Little Mermaid. They're doing Mulan, and Mulan doesn't have any music in it. They're not doing any. Have you seen Mulan? Please don't.
Yeah.
Mulan. Okay, thank God.
How can they not?
They're not doing like.
Yeah,
I can understand it because it's like it is like
has to.
war movie, kind of understandable. But it's like one, it's a kids movie, and two, it's like if I don't hear "Make a Man Out of You," I'll cry. Yeah. Legitimate, like that song.
You know what'd be really depressing about that situation is if there's no music, but they use that as a line.
How could you remake a movie but then not be the same as the original movie? It just doesn't make.
Well, I
sense.
think the thing is like they're trying to stray away from like it being the original movie because if you make the same movie as before, then people are saying to compare it to really closely.
Yeah.
But if you make it different, then people are like, okay, there's heaps of leeway. That's why with Beauty and the Beast, they had to stick very closely to it. Then they're like, oh, let's change some things up. So then it's like not as bad when people are like frame for frame.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, but still, you still want some sort of music in there. Just
Yeah,
because
100%.
It just makes the movie.
That like I think now because they got a bit of backlash when they announced they weren't gonna have a music, and then I think now they were like, okay,
we're just gonna put a radio in there.
She's gonna carry around a boombox like in the 90s.
Oh, can we have a 90s remake of Mulan?
Just starts playing the song and then someone comes along or gets run over by her. You know?
Let's get down to business. And then,
But yeah, no. So we're gonna go see Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates will be good. Little Mermaid.
With Javier Bardem, Silver, out of
Watching
he's playing Salazar.
Yep.
Watching the trailers.
Just had a stroke in mid sentence anyway.
Watching the trailers for that new Pirates movie though, I was like, why do they keep making fucking Jeffrey Rush a bad guy? That's somebody I keep getting so pissed. Like every movie, they're like he's like bad, and then he kind of goes a bit better, and then they make him bad again, and then they make him like kind of knocking heads with.
He's a pirate.
Yeah, but it's like from what I can tell, it's like why is I just want to see him and Johnny Depp like fucking like fist pumping every 10 minutes, like kicking shit up.
Yeah,
that's like
that could be the ultimate partnership there.
Exactly, Barbossa's my man.
Barbossa is awesome.
He's like so that's what I was saying. So
he made the first movie.
True, very true.
He was like a massive part of it.
Yeah,
he made the second movie too with his cameo at the end.
Yeah.
He was just great in that movie. Like the thing is, so I was talking to somebody the other day, and like because everyone's saying that in this Pirates of the Caribbean movie, this is gonna be the one with Jack Sparrow dies.
I think he will.
Yeah.
He's
gone for too many.
He has. But the only thing I'm worried about is I was like, just don't kill Barbossa and don't kill my man Gibbs. As long as they live, then I'm fine.
I see Jack dying. I see Gibbs taking on Jack's ship as a like touching moment type situation. What's that?
Will take it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because he's kind of like made him into the pirate from the first movie.
Yeah, true.
He took him under his wing and like.
Well, Orlando Bloom's like supposed to properly be in this movie, like.
It's confirmed. Him and I think he's in the trailer briefly.
I can't remember.
In the background.
I've only seen one trailer for it. So.
I haven't seen any trailers.
Just like I think Keira Knightley's also back.
Alright.
Which makes sense because it ties it up as one big, you know.
Exactly.
Because really, the three movies at the start go together. The fourth one was weird.
See, that's the thing. I don't want this movie to be like you know, give us all the memories of the first three and then just like remind us that the fourth actually happened. So the fourth it wasn't awful. Don't get me wrong. Like, it wasn't a really, really bad movie, but it was like the first three are just so much better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
As long as I'm 50-50 split as to whether I've killed Barbossa or not.
Another movie coming out, Cars 3. Super keen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Super keen.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm so keen for... Because, like, Cars 1 was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The thing is, I've actually got a really funny story. So, when it comes to cars, I used to, like, as a kid, you know how you used to buy those, like, Kaiser and magazines and shit like that? I used to buy those. And I remember an article in one where it was, like, Shrek... It was before Shrek 3 was, like, even a thing. Mm-hmm. That Shrek 3 has been cancelled, but they're making a movie called Cars. And I was like... oh, what the fuck? I want another Shrek movie.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Disney. I want my damn Shrek movie. And then we got Cars. And it was the best, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
You know, I seen the other day in Strath a tow truck, but they've done it up to look exactly like Mater.
Oh, yes, I've seen it before,
fantastic.
yeah. He hangs around a fair bit. It's a very cool,
cool. But yeah, Cars 3, cannot wait. Like, Cars 2, pretty damn good.
I enjoyed it. Like, it's got a fair bit of backlash, but for what it's worth, 2's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for number 3. Number 3 should be fantastic.
So, I've got a couple of questions then, Ara. If we're going to go down that path, I'll give you something easier than working out who the sexiest fucking musician is. Okay, so out of all...
Lightning McQueen, actually.
I seen him playing the piano the other day. He's playing Sandstorm.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I did see that. No, okay, so Pixar movies, your top 3.
The top... Pixar? Or
those style movies.
So are we talking Disney or Pixar? Because, like, Pixar and then there's just Disney movies. Because, like, Disney movies for me, you know.
All right. Let's keep them separate. Disney movies and Pixar movies.
So that's rough.
Yeah, that's hard.
You can't
oh, for God's sake. All right, well, it's only an hour and something podcast. Both together then. Just Disney Pixar.
See, I wouldn't.
And the animation of the lamp, no, that is not a thing.
Oh.
No. I was going to say, that's my number 1.
See, there's a difference because it's like if we're going my personal favourites as opposed to the best, because we've had this fucking argument before about other things. And I don't want to bring that up again.
Yeah.
Wind Waker sucks.
Okay, fuck off. So we're going to go through... I'm going to say what my favourites are. Because my favourite Disney movie of all time is Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
See, like... And that's the one which, like, it's the most under-the-radar Disney movie because everyone forgets it exists. And then the second that you're like, that movie is the bomb diggity, man.
Yeah.
So that is, like, my fucking... I wouldn't say it's the pinnacle of Disney movies, but that is my...
All right, your three favourites then.
See, I put Emperor's New Groove up there.
Yep.
It's really tough because like I really enjoyed Hercules, but Hercules for me was like I really enjoyed it, but I really enjoyed it because I used to go around to like...
No, you enjoyed it because I had Danny DeVito.
Mostly because like, I mean it's hard to dislike something. Hey, Danny DeVito. Okay, I'm just gonna break away for 2 minutes. Danny DeVito is a very talented actor. Do you know what? Like, so you know the movie The Lorax?
Yes.
The one that he was the voice for the little guy. Do you know that he filmed that in like he personally voice acted in like 13 or 14 different languages himself, just so that he could make that movie for other kids across the world?
Wow.
That is impressive.
Yeah. No,
have you seen him in Twins?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Now that's a movie. That's my favourite Disney movie up there.
Yes.
That and Putin, and you got me for the day.
Oh yes. He's a date that no one can refuse.
Oh hell yeah.
Don't deny it. You would want it.
But
anyway,
yeah, Disney movies. See, I get shot down a lot because I don't think The Lion King's that great a movie.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So like, it's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Lion King's good, but like, man, come on, it's a little overrated.
Yeah, it's gone too far now.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's jumped on the Lion King bandwagon, and then all of a sudden, like, don't get me wrong, musical composition, like Love Me Some Elton John, and like the story and everything is great, but it just doesn't hold as high a place in my personal heart.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, I think, is probably in my top 3 to be 100% honest with you.
Heartbroken.
No.
My
picks are really obscure, but anyway.
I would probably put The Little Mermaid in my top 3. I love that movie, and Under the Sea is still like one of those songs that I just jam out in my car to, like all the time. I love me The Little Mermaid. Plus, fun fact, came out the same year I was born, and my parents were gonna call me Sebastian, but they didn't call me Sebastian. They ended up calling me Sean instead. So if they called me Sebastian, and then I was born, and that movie came out, The Little Mermaid, I would have been the coolest kid in school, or I would have been beaten up a lot.
He may not have said.
All
we got from that was his parents may not have named him Sebastian, but we still had to put up with his crabby bullshit. So it really didn't matter.
The seaweed is on the screen.
Yeah, I got like ones from like in the 2000s, but then like also there's heaps of different ones.
Exactly. There's so many. Like the amount of Disney content is like massive.
I can name 2 without even thinking about it.
Alright.
I love Finding Nemo. I absolutely love Finding Nemo.
Yeah, Finding Nemo's great.
Finding Nemo is fantastic. And this not the live action version of it. 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, no, I used to watch that.
With that crazy moment when Cruella de Vil's in her car and her eyes and like wrinkles and hairs going like
it reminds you of Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I really like The Incredibles.
The Incredibles.
Fantastic.
That's like one of my favorite, Marvel movies included. One of my favorite superhero movies of all time is The Incredibles. Like, I put that up there with the big guns.
Yeah. And then I'd have, I don't know, Toy Story was.
Yeah, Toy Story's great.
Good. Like
I think
really like that.
Toy Story's great because like that's an emotional roller coaster, man.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, even just as an adult, man. Toy Story 3, fuck.
Yeah. That hits you right in the feels.
Yeah,
that
dude.
Gets you.
That
my all-time favorite. It'd still be Cars. Like I absolutely just love that movie. Like it's fantastic.
It's so good. Like, and the thing is, it's like soundtrack's amazing. It's like it gives you that road trip soundtrack. Like I'm pretty sure I've still got the CD sitting somewhere at home, which is like the car soundtrack, which is just perfect for road trips.
Yeah.
And it's like just the whole movie itself.
I remember when Cars first came out, they came out with the Happy Meal toys, and they give you like the actual little cars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I used to have like the one like the hot rod that sneezes. And he's like,
Snot Rod. That's my brother's favorite Cars game.
Yeah, so. And I used to have that one, and then Dad ran over it with the car, so.
The irony.
Yeah, just squashed it, so no more.
That's Cars ended by a car.
It's the sequel movie. It's like, that's why he wasn't in the second one.
It's like the horror version of them.
What's your third?
The third's really hard. Like there is so many good Disney movies,
like,
but
you can have like a top two, but then the rest like all equal.
Exactly, like because there's that big chunk which I've got, which is just like, and I love different like movies for different reasons. Like I love the original Tarzan because like story and everything's brilliant. Plus like Phil Collins is fucking an amazing musician.
Yeah.
So just that puts that up there. Plus that scene. I was talking to somebody and they'd never seen Tarzan before, and I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those ones which like I feel like Tarzan's one of those like you just. It's not like a Lion King or a Little Mermaid where it's like everyone's seen it, but it's like I feel like it was just one of those things which everyone's seen.
Yeah.
Like it's not something that everyone holds in high regard, but it's one of the like ones which is just there.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to explain it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've seen Tarzan," and then I was like, "Oh, how good's this?" Like the scene when they're like when all the apes break into the campsite and they're like playing music on the pans and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that scene so much. And then like they're like, "Oh, I don't think I've seen that actually." And I was just like, "That's like the most memorable scene from that movie."
Yeah. How can you not remember that?
Exactly.
Like, it's just it.
Plus,
the movie.
Then the other day I went like, it was a few years ago actually, when somebody... the other day,
15 years ago.
Just the thing, when you say the other day, it can mean anywhere from yesterday to legitimately your birthday.
No!
It can.
No! I don't get up and have a conversation with Matt and go, do you remember the other day, 15 years ago before I knew you? Like, you can't,
well, how could you remember that, though?
Exactly, you wouldn't be like, do you remember the other day when I was born? I'd be like, no, I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
Are you an idiot, Beazley?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Like, the other day, a couple of years ago, it could have been May the 15th, a couple of years ago, so it is a couple of days, but then you got to add the years on.
Exactly.
See?
It's like me going to you. Do you remember the other day when we had that French class? Like...
Yes, Madame Joe. I remember these because I was there.
It wasn't the other day. Trust me, it wasn't the other day. That's something you don't forget.
I don't know. I think the other day is a very universal term. I mean, I understand when you start going back a few years and you say the other day, it's like, all right, I can kind of see where you come from. But it's like
you remember like it was a couple of days ago.
It was technically a day and it wasn't today, so it technically counts as the other day.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
But going back on it, when I found out that Turk, the best friend of Tarzan, when I found out that was a girl, I thought that was a guy.
Did you?
The entire time as a kid, because I was like, I don't know, he had that cool Elvis hair, and I was like, man, Turk's my man. And I found it was a girl.
I always thought because of the voice, it was more of a female voice.
But then obviously when I look back on it, I was like, immediately, I was like, of course it's a woman.
Yeah.
Like, how was I this dumb? But I was like, as a kid, I was just like, never collected the dots.
Yeah. I suppose you never really look at that stuff when you're a kid. You're just like, let's just watch this movie. It's
exactly.
You never like try and pick it out.
Nobody's gonna be.
I have to admit, as you do get older and as an adult, you do watch movies and they don't have that childlike wonder anymore. And it's sad because you don't experience movies.
What was the okay? We'll
I still have that feeling with James Bond movies.
I was gonna say, what was the last movie that you went into and you just had that massive it was just one of those movies that was just
I can name one movie and Matt's going to kill me for it. Skyfall is probably the most recent because being the James Bond fan that I was, I got all the little inside references in that, and it was this amazing moment of it going back to being the roots of the original James Bond novels that Ian Fleming wrote. So it was a real moment of like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so no, that for me, that would be that. But
yeah, I watched the movie the other day. I can't remember what it was, but it was a kids' movie. But there was adult jokes in there that the kids just don't pick up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how could you put that in that movie? Surely kids would know. But then I was like, well, I watched it when I was young and I had no idea.
That's the thing. Like, there's so like, the one is Shrek. So Shrek, when they get to the castle and they're like, it's a big castle, it's like, he must be compensating for something. Yeah. I thought, just because he's short, I was like, it's because he's got a small dick!
Yeah. And like, I reckon they put him in there because they're like, well, parents are going to go watch
this
movie
like,
with these kids.
The amount of times that people like, sit down and watch movies and stuff with their kids, it's like, that's like, I was talking to my mum and like, because I remember all these Disney movies, like, this is a great topic. And she was like, yeah, I've never watched any of them. I was like, but I watched them. That means you've had to have watched them. She's like, do you really think I sat there and watched those movies with you? Do I look like an idiot? And I'm like, Mum, they're Disney. They're magical.
Yeah, you gotta watch them.
so
she hasn't seen, like, she's the only one she's seen.
Is she dead inside? Is this what this is?
I don't know. Like,
wait until I see her next.
She's definitely seen The Little Mermaid.
Ask her if she's got a heart.
Because The Little Mermaid was the most watched one that I watched as a kid. It was like any chance I had to watch a movie, I was watching Little Mermaid.
Does she watch this?
Huh?
Does she watch this?
I don't know, maybe. One day.
She might watch it if I get your grandmother to show it. So make sure you show Anne this, because I want to find out, does she have a heart? How can you not have watched Disney movies?
Exactly, but and what was it she watched? She hasn't seen the original Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my god!
And then she watched like the latest like live action Alice movie.
Which is
it's so good, and I'm like, oh, you haven't seen the original Alice.
Yeah,
it's literally just reference upon fucking reference in that movie.
If she enjoyed the live action, like the most recent version of it, she'd have to enjoy the original.
Yeah. Well,
but that's the thing.
Yeah,
she hasn't seen it. But
we should just make her watch them.
Yeah,
I've tried.
We should have like a movie. I watch all the Star Wars. You watch all the Harry Potter.
There's a difference between you need to watch this and actually physically like tying her to a chair and making her watch it.
Yeah,
she has to watch it. Otherwise, she's never getting a cake from me ever again.
So you get like those eye surgeon glasses, and they like poke your eyes open, so she can't.
Maybe I should just make her Disney themed cakes.
The big one, because the way it came up in conversations, I was talking to her, and because my 21st was Disney themed, as you're aware, and I was talking to her, and because I dressed up as Emperor Cusco.
I went as Palpatine because it was Disney Star Wars.
It was like Disney because it was like Disney owned Star Wars. And,
yeah.
So, and then, because my costume was Emperor Cusco from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
And then, like, my mum was
You did rock that costume, I have to say. It did look good.
And my mum was like, yeah, I've never even seen that movie. I was like, you've never seen my favourite Disney movie. Literally, the costume you made me for my birthday. You'd never seen the movie.
Yeah. Oh my god, really?
It broke my heart. I was like...
I just enjoyed walking around.
It's like you can understand that I watched Star Wars, but if I never watched Disney growing up or anything at all,
just like it's
but in saying that,
everyone's seen one Disney movie. You have to have seen at least one Disney movie in your life.
Yeah, see, I can excuse you because you've at least seen one Star Wars movie. You've at least
the
seen
first one.
I don't care if it was the shittest one. You've at least watched one. Have you watched The Force Awakens?
No.
Oh my god!
But the thing is with Star Wars,
suck.
Compare Star Wars to Disney. Though it's like with Star Wars, the only reason that your kid's going to watch Star Wars is if the adults are into Star Wars, because they're not going to just be like, oh, let's get this violent space movie and show it to my children.
Yeah.
Whereas Disney movies, it's like, I want to shut my kids up, grab a random Disney movie off the shelf, throw it in. I don't have to pay attention to it. They can watch it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know. 101 Dalmatians was about skinning dogs alive.
Yeah, but they never.
But that was only
that.
implied.
They never actually skin it. But in Star Wars, they do cut each other in half and cut arms off and stuff.
Exactly.
In Disney movies, they never actually show the whole full-on death.
Why? I encourage them to do so next.
The closest thing I could think of to that, where I actually picked up what was happening in a kids' movie, was Chicken Run. That was like the closest that I had when I was a kid.
What about Bambi? Her mother got shot.
Yeah, Bambi actually.
That's a full-on old school movie,
but that's the thing with all the old school ones.
See, now all I can think of is you saying Chicken Run is the line about I don't want to be a pie.
I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
And the trailer, and he's sort of just across the screen.
Yeah, that movie was like, something about that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first one I can remember as a kid that I watched, and I was like, oh, this is actually like, things are happening.
Yeah.
Like, they're actually killing chickens in this movie.
Yeah.
They're actually making pies.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're full on.
Say we're talking about
exactly.
gruesome murder and that. Another really good movie that people don't like. I like Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd's great. Sweeney Todd has one of my favourite like songs in there.
It's really disturbed. Like it's a really disturbed movie, but it's really, really good.
See, I'm constantly quoting that. I make it a smooth when he's like shaping the bits. It's such a great scene, and that song, that movie's brilliant.
So. I'm gonna have to watch this now.
Sweeney Todd is awesome.
It's a joke. Like, so do you know what it is?
No.
So it's about the Baker Street murderer, how he he was the barber and he killed people with the made of
glass. That's what it's that.
It's that. But it's Johnny Depp plays Sweeney Todd. Yeah. And it's a musical.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
And it's
directed by Tim Burton, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's got Helena Bonham Carter. So
yes.
So yeah, it's really good. If you like any kind of musical,
it's got Alan Rickman in it too.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, you see, it's a Tim Burton film.
Yeah,
it's like the same cast. They just recycle them over and over again.
Exactly. Like, Tim Burton being like, "What do you mean? There's more actors than my wife and Johnny Depp."
That was a sad death last year, actually. Yeah. Alan Rickman.
That one was a big one. Was that last year or was that year before?
No, it was
last year.
Last year was horrendous.
It was pretty early last year.
Oh yeah, it was very early.
And there was no like warnings. It was just this person died last night. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
How?
The closest we got was Carrie Fisher, and then it was like, okay, she's better, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, no, she isn't better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But
I was thinking about it the other day. What was your all-time favourite TV show to watch before school?
Pokemon. I cannot pick anything. Well, alright, if you want to broaden it a little bit, Cheese TV. I had to watch
not the show, like the episodes of like cartoons. Pokemon. What was your favourite one to watch?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Actually, Pokemon and Sailor Moon.
I used to watch Sailor Moon a fair bit, but not religiously. It was my sister.
Sailor Moon, I never really watched Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. Oh, that theme song.
Okay,
see, the ones I can remember is like, it wasn't one that I watched before school, but I used to watch the original Dragon Ball. Like I've always disliked Dragon. I wouldn't say dislike Dragon Ball Z, but I don't really like Dragon Ball Z that much. The original Dragon Ball for me is like, that's where
I really got upset watching the Frieza saga because it just went on and on and on.
Yeah, it was like what, 20 episodes
for 5 minutes of
5
minutes of the planet blowing up.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers! Sorry.
It was like 5 episodes of them screaming at each other.
Exactly. That's why I enjoyed Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z, because it was just full character development. It was cool. Yeah. It was full story.
It's still got the best anime character in any.
What? Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Just any anime of any description.
What?
Krillin.
Yeah.
Nah. You kidding?
Yeah, no.
Master Roshi, dude.
He eats all the senzu beans and no one cares about him, alright?
He's my kind of character. He eats a lot, nobody gives a shit about him. It's great.
Yeah, but he turns from Dragon Ball Z, he's like just a jerk, and then he turns into a wuss later. So it's like, he does the opposite. Everyone else turns from to woo, and then he's just like to I hate you more.
He goes from mediocre to really mediocre.
I used to watch SpongeBob a fair bit.
Yeah.
That was
SpongeBob was one which I used to watch heaps of as well.
And then it was I just looked it up the other day. It was those 5 kids, I think it was, and they were like all one surf.
Codename Kid Next Door.
No, there's animated ones, and they're like, one's a skateboarder and one surfs and stuff. I can't remember the name of it.
I know what you're talking about.
We looked it up the other day and it was fantastic.
I know what you're talking about.
It all the time.
Do you remember Captain Planet?
Yeah, of course.
See, that's another thing. I used to watch the old school stuff. Like the other one I used to watch all the time was Hong Kong Phooey. I don't know if anyone knows what Hong Kong Phooey is.
I have heard of it.
It was basically it was really racially insensitive when I think about it in my hindsight. But it was like this dog, and he had kung fu powers.
Yeah.
But it was like half dog, half human, and he was the only half dog, half human. And then he'd change into a costume when he turned Hong Kong Phooey, and everyone's like, "Who is he? I don't know." It's like, you're literally the only half dog man in this entire universe.
That's another one. Cat Dog. I used to watch that all the time as well.
Cat Dog, and do you remember Trapdoor?
Yeah.
With the blue dude?
Yeah.
The thing downstairs.
Yeah, I remember waking up.
That had the funkiest like intro music ever.
Yeah,
it was like jazzy, like
the skeletons and stuff. Yeah, I remember waking up on a Saturday morning and thinking, "Yes, I get to go watch TV now." You walk into the lounge room and your mum's got video hits on, and you're like, "No, weekend ruined."
Or like the morning
Rocket
show.
Power.
Yeah, yes.
Rocket Power.
It's such a good episode, TV show.
Yeah, Rocket
I
Power.
love your Google search. Nick Show skateboard kids.
Hey man, it's the only way to get results, alright?
Yeah. I couldn't think of the name of it the other day.
That was one. The other one which I was thinking of when it comes to Nick shows is that I used to watch heaps of Our Real Monsters.
Yeah.
My god. We were talking about that recently.
Yeah, I think it was with you actually.
We were going through and then we're trying to remember their names because I can remember it was like
There's
Ickis,
Crumb and Oblina.
Oblina, that's it.
Yeah.
I could remember that.
I remember that because my dad used to call like each me, my brother and my sister like one of them. So my sister was Oblina, my brother was Ickis, and I was Crumb.
Yeah.
And like it's just something which I hold in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
What I was never ever allowed to watch when I was younger? Simpsons.
Oh,
Never.
really?
The only time I got to watch it is when I hung out with you and Charles. That was it. Never ever allowed to watch it at my own house.
There you go.
My father hated it.
That's weird.
Yeah, just would not let us watch it ever.
You know how I used to... Actually, now you're talking about watching it. The only reason I got into WWE was because of these guys. And they used to, like, tape. Not record like we do now. Like, on a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Raw every week.
While we're at school.
And we'd go and, like, borrow the tape, then I'd take the tape and I'd go watch it. And if you hadn't watched it, like, it was this really... And I was thinking about that the other day. It's like, that's so old school.
We really got into it too.
Like we did, and I got really shitty. Like Kale or someone forget to record it. I'm like,
yeah, because you like miss something, and then the next episode.
Whereas now I don't watch the weekly stuff. I just watch the pay-per-views.
Yeah, well,
because you just don't.
Well, it's not the same as what it used to be like. That's for sure. It's all the same storyline.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
That's hectic.
all right.
Well, we'll wrap this. Oh well, before I go, because I forgot to answer that question about what the last movie, which gave me like that magical feeling.
And then I just want to do
the last one. I was trying to think, and the last one I remembered was Adventures of Tintin. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That movie was awesome. Because
Yeah.
I like Dad was obsessed with Tintin, and he always has been.
Yeah.
And we a few years before that came out, we bought the entire like set on like DVD, and we just like binge watched it.
Yeah.
I love Tintin, man.
very
And that movie was like, it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man, because that was directed by Spielberg.
Oh, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it was directed by Spielberg.
Shout out to Matthew Gatilla. Every time he drinks at our mate's place, Adventures of Tintin goes on, and he
Oh,
watches it
yes.
every single time.
My man, Matt, that's awesome.
He loves it.
I think he watches this too.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. I'll look further into it.
All right. Well, while you're looking into that, I was just going to do a quick what's gone out since the last
Spielberg.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Wow, that's
so
impressive.
good.
Spielberg directs like.
Well, because the other thing which reminds me of
Blockbuster
that is
type
because it's like it also kind of reminds me because I love Uncharted, and that movie is Uncharted 3, the movie. Like I don't need an Uncharted movie because the Adventures of Tintin exists, and it's Tintin.
Yeah.
Like,
Fair enough.
I love that movie.
So no, I was just going to quickly talk about what we've had come out, what we might have coming out, some things that are coming out. Since the last podcast, we put out Kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch it. There's no way to explain that game. It's just
Janet is the best.
don't go by the title. It's not a friendly kids game. It's fucking out of its mind.
And if you want to catch me say some things that I forget were about kindergartners, then definitely watch it.
It's definitely worth it.
Some choice
It's
things.
definitely
Wait a minute,
worth it.
this is actually kids.
Definitely worth a view. Also, we had Resident Evil Part 6.
Lots of Res.
No, that was before the last podcast.
Yeah.
No, we've had Prey. Prey Part 1 went out, which was me, Curtis, and Kyle. That's a good game. I do recommend people have you seen anything on that?
No, but I will watch it.
Awesome stuff. I refer to the creatures as gooblies. You'll see why. You'll see why if you watch it. And Wednesday that's just gone, Minecraft went out.
Mm-hmm.
Part 5, which is me, Sean, and Matt wandering around in the end. No, not the end, the Nether.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole saga. That's a whole saga. So,
Along with an exclusive podcast for your viewing pleasure.
The same, Sean's rebuttal. That's what I'm going to call it. Sean's rebuttal. Just watch it. If you want to see the inner workings of things. And then we've got a whole heap of stuff recorded. We've got some PS2 stuff might come out. I won't say what because it will ruin the surprise. As I said before, we've got if I can get Sean to finish off Resident Evil soon, we'll be able to release a video.
We'll be releasing something soon.
Bit of a punishment for people involved with the Toblerone saga. Part 2 of that will happen.
I had nothing to do with that.
You bought the fucking Toblerone, you lie in this situation.
I did not eat it.
So other than that...
he's just blaming somebody because he can't blame himself.
I'm not blaming... Okay, well, that concludes this episode of the Entertaining Diversion Podcast. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. The little things will be on the screen.
And add Kempy's PSN because he doesn't have a Twitter.
We'll put Kempy's PSN up so he can pretend he's got friends. You'll love his PSN name. It's fantastic. And so we'll see you next time. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to thank you. You fucking bought the Toblerone.
Thank you, Angus. Yes. It was a pleasure having you
on
the
show.
More. Excellent.
Oh, no. All right, see you next time.